Ladies and gentlemen, we have the 1.2.0 update. We're playing our first session after the initial disappointment, thinking that they maybe fixed worldwides, but they really just put a band-aid on it. So as you guys know, when the game came out, what we would do is we would just pick random. I was uploading worldwide videos every single day because the whole entire room would just vote random and we could play a track 80 to 90% of the time, and it was fantastic. The whole elo system is really great, and then obviously we were getting 24 player rooms. Then 1.1.2 came out and it was difficult to even find a room with 17 plus players because people would leave the room so quick. As you can see, people still vote random even though it's only like a 1 in 4 shot to get an actual racetrack. And the fact that Nintendo actually changed anything at all just shows me like how the player base was definitely depleting online. They wouldn't have done anything if things were going great. Because when 1.1.2 came out, you only play tracks 25 to 30% of the time. It was like 1 out of every 4 races you play tracks. I even had sessions where I played 7 or 8 intermissions in a row. I never would play more than 2 or 3 tracks in a row. They did increase the odds about 10%. Tracks show up 35 to 40% of the time now as opposed to 25 to 30%, which is a pretty significant increase, but still nowhere near what we had before, which is a 100% of the time option to pick tracks via the random button. So maybe if we're lucky, we'll get them to keep changing things and keep improving the online mode, or get it back to where it was when the game came out, because I don't want worldwides to die. This was the most fun way to play Mario Kart World online. You can play people all over the world. You had a legit elo system. You could hop in and out. You didn't have to punch in room codes to play. You didn't have to play organized Discord rooms or anything like that. It felt really vibrant and lively playing online in Mario Kart World, and it was probably like the best online experience I've had in a Nintendo game ever until 1.1.2 came out. So, you know, a lot of great things to talk about with the online when the game came out, and then a lot of negativity afterwards, of course. Just gonna play it. Oh, wait, I can get the boost here. I think I'm good. Go, Daisy, go! Oh my gosh, I won the Koopa Troopa Beach intermission! That's crazy, I never win that one. I didn't even do anything special. I don't even remember the race. I just talked the whole time. Intermissions, let's go! This is definitely gonna bring some people back. Like, people are gonna play this a little more. Like, just the fact they raised it 10%, it doesn't sound significant, but when it was so low, when it's just 25% tracks, 35% is a massive difference. You know, it's a 1 in 4 versus a 1 in 3. So, you know, if we play tracks 1 out of 3 or slightly more than 1 out of 3 times, it's not great, but it's not like horrific. The obvious thing for Nintendo to do is make a separate game mode, or just to make it so the selection screen looks exactly like it does here, where you have 2 connecting tracks and then you have 1 actual track. When people like get the game, they don't even know the difference between the tracks and the connecting routes, because it's like a speech bubble versus like arrows pointing to it. And I get comments all the time on my videos, on social media. I see it on Discord where people just get the game and they don't know the difference. They don't even know how to choose the tracks. But once you get to the higher VR rooms, people know what the difference is between a track and an intermission. The intermissions are very samey when you play them a lot, and when you put a couple 100 hours into the game like myself, then you see what the intermission races kind of look like. It's usually like you bag for a good item, you collect a bunch of coins, and you run that item to the top spots, and then you use it on the racetrack part of the level at the end. And that's just kind of how every single race goes. It's a little bit repetitive, you know? While the tracks, you can get breakaways way easier. There's difficult corners, and you can trap your fellow opponents because there's so many tight corners and blind corners, and then your traps even have a chance of hitting your opponents on lap 2 and lap 3 because it's a lap-based course. So I'm, you know, much more of a fan of them, obviously, as you guys know, and I do really love this game. Like, the mechanics are so good. Every single thing they added is interesting, and then you also have amazing tracks that do such an amazing job of actually implementing the new mechanics. So you know, there's so much good about the game. It's really just one thing they need to change, and then I think everyone will be happy. So if we keep complaining, guys, if we keep complaining, we'll get 10% increase on tracks a month. That is the trajectory currently. Uh-oh, triple reds. I'm gonna have to be very careful now. I like how I say very careful and then I just mushroom. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Now I'm screwed. Wait, I need this. Nope. Nope. Yep. It was my fault. Honestly, it's so much more difficult to commentate the tracks. That's the thing that's so great about the intermissions is I don't really have to try, and then I could just focus at the end. Yes, this is why we vote random. It paid off. I got the Roomba track this time. Let's go. So I've never played this on Mirror in my life. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do with all the tech, but hopefully I can figure it out. It will hopefully make sense in my brain, and I'll be able to make the necessary adjustments. Okay, we got the double box. That was surprising. That feather's really good. Yeah, this is already messing me up so much, I'm not gonna lie. Doing anything that requires like any level of difficulty is gonna be so hard on mirror mode. Just having never played this on mirror in my life. I'm actually gonna use this and go for mushrooms. I'm gonna use this. Dude's chasing me with a star. I'm hoping I can get the rail strat at least once on mirror for you guys. Nice. Just kind of wreck everyone with mushrooms here if I can. Try to hit a few people. Nice. Just gonna do this again. That's fine. That's good. I'm gonna hold this. What just happened? What just happened? I can't play mirror mode. I'm so bad at it. Like, I was just at a completely different spot than I thought, and I just slid off the waterfall. Like, that would have never happened on 150. Oh. Alright, well, we're in a dire situation. This is a good pull. We could do a lot with a golden. I also don't need to go for a double box now. No. All right. That's pretty good. I think I got 7th. Ah, 8th, never mind. Yeah, mirror mode, really tough. I hope it doesn't show up too often, but I'll take my 2 points. We got a track right here. I'm excited for this. We got triple mushrooms. This is the broken item on this track. Just gotta make sure we don't get hit by the swoop right now. Don't want to accidentally draft this Japanese player. We are in a good room too, so I'm really, really excited about this. I could definitely break away here. Okay, here we go. Nice. I'm gonna be in first. Beautiful. Breakaway. Come on, come on, come on. Go, go, go. I was almost regretting using my mushroom, but it paid off. We got the win. We got the lap 4 blue shell dodge and shock dodge. Love to see it. I think what's gonna happen is that there's gonna be a lot more people playing the next week or so, but if people don't like the intermissions much, they're not gonna stay. So we'll see how things go. I'm gonna definitely give it a try. Like I want people to play worldwides. I really miss how active the game felt and how many people, like even on my roster. I have a couple hundred people added for Mario Kart World, and you know, when the game came out, it was amazing. People were playing actively at all times of the day. My roster, it was booming. It was a sight to see. It was beautiful. All right, I'm gonna definitely do shortcut with the golden, and then I have a mega mushroom. This is looking decent actually, despite being in 22nd right now. Let's see if we can make a push for the front here. Go, 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 go. Wow, I got 15th. This room is good. I actually had like a really solid ending, but everyone had their power items, everyone planned for their attack, and I, didn't get a shock dodge. You would think Nintendo would be proud of their tracks. Like, they make the best tracks ever. Seriously, the tracks are so amazing in this game. And everyone was mind blown. Seriously, nobody expected the tracks to be this good when they were watching the trailers and the Nintendo Treehouse for this game. But they make tracks just like an afterthought. which is so odd. Like, they could add their own game mode for tracks. They could make it so even in friend rooms, there's a tracks only game mode instead of having to deal with some people picking random and then having to deal with, you know, people trolling essentially. Like for Flounderfest, like we can't force people to pick tracks. Like people can just troll us and pick whatever they want. So, okay, I think I stole a mushroom. Nice. Oh, this is busted. Busted. Let's go. I'm gonna use a mushroom here, actually. Try to get ahead. Wow, a blue shell already? That's fine, I guess. That's fine. That's fine. I'll take it. Ooh, a feather. I mean, I'm gonna do the shortcut, but I think I'm gonna use the coin first. It's a little risky. I could get the feather stolen, but let's see what we get. A coin. Risk did not pay off. Hopefully I'm not punished for this. Beautiful. We're in a really good spot. Okay. I like this a lot. I'm just trying to look at the mini-map for a blue shell. I'm gonna go off. Okay, that's pretty good. We can work with this. This is good. Come on, come on, come on. Yes. Love this Toadette player. They could have backspammed me, but they did not. If this was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I would have got backspammed 100%. I guarantee you. I think people just have fear in this game. So many projectiles. People actually hold their defense items on the line. Oh, we're almost at 9,000. The rail riding, the wall riding, the charge jumps, the air tricks. It's all great. I mean, the new buff that they added to trick boosts also is gonna really shake things up. I like it a lot. I'm a huge fan of the mechanics. And I'm a huge fan of the tracks. I'm a huge fan of the game in general. I'm just not a huge fan of Nintendo's decisions to give us less options. I actually have more hope than I've ever had. I'm serious. I know maybe I sound a little negative, but I do have a lot of hope that Nintendo will cater to the players more, especially because like the most active players are the players who like the tracks the most. I mean, there's no denying it. So you can like maybe be hopeful for next month getting another track buff in the the 1.3 update or whatever. I mean, we shouldn't get too excited, I guess, but I am a little bit excited over this. Like, I had time to think about it. I was like, wow, they actually listened a little bit. Like, they don't listen very often, so the fact they listened a little bit is a good sign. And I just hope they do more, because like I said, the Mario Kart community is still not happy with this. Like, people were happy for a moment until they realized that it was just like a 10% increase. People were thinking we were going to be able to pick a track every single time when the patch notes came out. But, yeah. I'm just very confused by Nintendo. Like, I get it. They want to push this new theme, you know, with the routes connecting and roaming around the world, playing Mario Kart sort of deal. Like, I get it, but they would have made people, like, accept that so much easier if they just gave us options. Because when people be like, oh, this is cool, like, this is another way to play Mario Kart, instead of like, oh, this sucks, I want to play 3 laps and I want to play regular tracks like I have in every other Mario Kart game, and I can't do that, and this is the only way I can play unless I get a track to show up, which, like I said before, it wasn't very frequent until this newest update has improved it a little bit. And like, a little bit can go a long way, so let's see what we can do here. I missed the item. I'm in a pretty good spot though. I can do shortcut. Come on. No! That can happen? Wow, I'd never have had that happen in my life. That's like a 15-second fail or something. I don't even want to know. I deserve last. Seriously, I failed the shortcut. with a mushroom, and I got 7th. I should have got 17th at the very best. I just hit 9,000 again with that pitiful performance. Nobody has any issues with Knockout Tour. The only issue people have is that we can't play more rallies, which is like, that means people just want to play more Knockout Tour, you know? People have an issue with this because you only play 1 lap of the track when you get there, which is silly. And then we're forced to play it. Like we don't have the option to pick intermissions or tracks. You have an option to pick intermission, 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 or random, which is 75% intermission. By the way, this should be a fun one. We are going to Daisy's Palace, which is a hidden track. Why this isn't an actual track? Another puzzling decision by Nintendo. Yeah, we get to play 1 lap of it in a moment, which would be good. I wish we got to play 3 laps of it, but it is what it is. It's a really cool track. Like, if this was a track, it wouldn't even be bottom 5 or anything. It'd be better than 7 or 8 of the tracks in the actual game, in my opinion. Ah, the bullet screwed me over there. There's a pretty cool strat at the end of this level. I haven't practiced it. You can do a rail ride, combo it with a strimless cut. Kind of in the worst position ever right now, just so you guys know. I'm not excited about this race. I need kind of a miracle here. I'm definitely using this at the end. I'm just gonna use it now. That's pretty good. Oh, we're in business. We're just gaining VR every single race here. Also, please let me know in the comment section, would you enjoy watching Worldwides if it was 35 to 40% tracks and like 55 or 60, 65% intermissions? Would you enjoy watching that? Or should I make like more Discord style videos? I'll still obviously do Flounder Fest and we'll still do like some competitive from time to time, but like, would you guys prefer this over the Discord lobbies? Because here's the thing with the Discord lobbies that I don't like, is there's no like matchmaking system. Like, we're in a good room. Like, these players are tough competition. I really like that. While like if I play in Discord, I'll have a handful of players that are maybe 9,000 players, and then there'll be 4,000 players, 6,000 players, 7,000 players. There'll be every type of player in the room. So it has its positives and negatives. Like, it's really cool that anyone can join and play, but the downside is that you're not necessarily going to get better at the game playing lower competition all the time. And since there's no matchmaking system with Discord, it makes the rooms a little bit easier, and I want to have the challenge. So that's why I would play Worldwides, because I love the point system, the elo system they've added. It's the best they've had in any Mario Kart game. And then, we need the matchmaking. We need the tryhard players in our room. We're tryharding at soup right now. It might not look like it because we're in 12th, but we're gonna make the comeback lap 3. Just you wait. Beautiful. I'm holding this. That's a lot of coins. I don't want to hold this. Nope. Yes. Oh, I saved myself. That was ballistic. Yo, yes, 2nd place. See, I focused and I did well. That's the most important thing in this game. Sometimes I talk too much and then I pay the price. No way. No way. You gotta be kidding me. My gosh, this game is so evil. This game is so stupid. Alright, please don't be Boo Cinema. Oh, I'm getting nervous. No!